Hi everyone. I just got to thinking that I want to make a video. Mainly, I want to show you that I actually finished my rug. I finished my rug. It is well, it's almost finished. There's a couple little places here and I want to put some yarn in there, that kind of right there to hide up that stuff. Which I got some right here. I took yarn when I got to the edges, when I had still 3 rows on the edges. I folded it over and then I put the last row of the locker hooking in, and then so I still had like 1.5 squares on all the way around to do a binding, a border of some kind. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so what I finally figured is I have this yarn. This yarn is about the hardest yarn ever to try to crochet with, but I have it in my stash, and it just doesn't it look like my cat? Looks like my cat. I think they made this yarn out of tabby cat hair. But I love the yarn. The yarn was perfect to go around. So I crocheted around. I just crocheted around, but I couldn't even tell you what stitch I did, because I first started trying to just do a double crochet all the way around. This kind of yarn, it splits, it does everything that you don't want it to do. I got it around anyway. So some of them might be a double crochet, some might be a single crochet and about 6 chains. It's all different all the way around. But then, see, I noticed here in this place right here that it's some of the grid, what do you call that stuff? I don't know. The backing shows. So I'm just going to take this yarn and just cover it up, just so that you can't see that grid behind there. That won't take no trouble. It won't take any time either. Just kind of, it's like putting a Band-Aid on it, you know. Just put a Band-Aid on it. You see how everything I do is just absolutely perfect and by the book? Yep, not me. I do things however it turns out. There we go. Now you can't even see those. Oh, and then there's a little bit here too. Well, we better fix that too while we're fixing stuff. While we're fixing stuff, we'll get that. And but I pretty much finished this rug today, which I was happy because I don't always finish things. And so I have about 11 things in my, works in progress, you know. I think everybody knows about them works in progress. And so, but having this rug done, that just absolutely, I want to put it in front of my kitchen sink, but then I don't want it to get dirty. I don't want to walk on it. So I don't know what the heck that means. So just leave it right here on my table like forever. Use it for a big old placemat. And but I'm happy I started this one and actually finished it all like in the same month. That's what's amazing to me. See, I just about got all this covered, so none of that shows. None of that grid stuff. None of that shows. I'm just kind of covering it as I go. This yarn is really cool too. It's just, I mean, I don't think I'd even try to crochet something with it, because I could not be able to keep a straight row or anything. But when you're doing something like this, or weaving, There, I got that all covered up. See, now I can't see that edging in there. So now I'll just run that needle through some of those stitches there, pull that through, and voila, finished. Finished, finished. I love it. What is it? It's how big did it turn out to be? It's 27 inches this way, 27 inches, and it's the other way it's 14. So it's 14 by 27. And I just like to rub it. It just feels so good. Okay, so I'll put that off to the side. And because what I'm doing now is I'm working on this now. So you saw where I was working on this, and I was using this raffia cord. And I was asked in one of the comments if it was soft. It is soft to a point, but it's raffia, so it's paper or some kind of grass that they make this stuff out of. And it's actually two pieces twisted, so you can actually untwist it and make even a thinner piece. But you can see it's stiff, you know, it's stiff, so it's a different texture. But that's what I used in this light brown and in the blue and in the grass, green grass. Now up here for the sky, I found another yarn that I had in my stash. And this is pretty. I thought this was real pretty. This is another yarn that I would say, this one wouldn't be quite as hard to crochet with, but still, with all that, it's like almost like a couple different kind of yarns spun together. And so, but I thought it was really pretty, and it's got a lot of color in it too. And so, you know, kind of like the Northern Lights. And so that's that yarn. That is so soft. And that's what I did up at the top. And I just kind of went back and forth. But I went back and forth like this, and then back down like this, and back up like this, and back down like this, and back up like this. So it doesn't look like it's in rows. It's just all melded together really good. So now what I want to do is, oh, looking for my brown, and it's right there. I want to make a tree. I'm going to have a tree of life. So this is going to be here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for my tree of life is to, let's see, what do I have that I could wrap this around? I'm going to just wrap, because I'm going to be doing couching, but I think that this raffia is going to make a very awesome tree. I think so. Let me see. I think that should be enough. And so then I'm just going to wrap the raffia around the bottom part of the tree. So this is the tree trunk now. So I'm just wrapping still, just kind of wrapping it. So I'm going to wrap that down to the tree trunk. Not all the way down, just part the way down. Okay, and then, let me see, I'm going to cut this off here, and I'm going to get my needle, put my needle onto this, get the raffia through the needle, and then I'm going to pull it up through, put it up through there where I get that, hopefully I don't lose my needle, pull it up through the center. Where's my just have to keep my pliers close by. There we go. And so pull that through the center, and then that pulls the that piece that I just wrapped. It'll hold that tight, which I just now kind of wrapped that around there where I didn't want that wrapped around there, but it's okay. There we go. Got that. Now, got that. Okay, so now there we go. Now let me cut my needle off there. Now there's the beginning of my tree. So it's the tree trunk, right like that, and then this is the top of the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this tree right here. Now I'm going to cut, get my other threads all mixed up. I'm going to cut these bottoms like this and kind of stretch them out a little bit, spread them around so it's like the roots of the tree down here. And this whole piece is going to go then like right there. Then I'm going to be couching this tree. Let me see, about right there. So I got some brown thread, and I don't want to try sewing it with the raffia itself because I do not think that would really, I don't think that would be very easy. So I'm going to I love my little basket that I got from Kathy. Made that for me. But I'm going to use this. In fact, I'm going to do that right now because I had already decided that I am going to use this basket that Kathy made me. I love it. And I'm going to use that for my my angel cards. That's going to be where my angel cards live. Because this box just isn't working real good. So that's going to be my angel card box. And, or basket, my angel card basket. Because each day I pick out a word for the day. Today's word was inspiration. And inspiration's been a good word. Boy, if it wasn't inspiration that I get from other people, I wouldn't be able to do a flippin' thing. And so when I think about inspiration, I am thanking all of you all who put up pictures and things, because inspiration, it's like my gas station. I get short on gas. I'm almost on empty, and I have to go to like onto the web page or something, onto the Facebook page, and get some more inspiration. And boy, I love that. That's my word of the day. Tomorrow I'll pick out a new word, but I love my basket. I love that. That's what's going to hold my those things. Okay, now. So now I'm going to see how I go from one subject to another. Not sure how that happens. I don't know if my mother dropped me on my head. I don't know. I have got a short attention span. But I'm telling you, I'm proud I got that rug done. My attention span stayed. I wanted to get that done. And I think tonight, well, I'm going to work on this a little bit here, but I want to work on my diamond dot painting that I'm doing, because to that I've got about 3/4 of the way done. And so I haven't showed you any of that I'm working on, but because I just really got into doing diamond dots. When I first started hearing about them, I didn't want to do them. I thought, no, there's no way I would ever get into diamond dots. And then my friend Jamie, the Trucker Janie, she made one for me. of a joker, because I'm a joker collector. I collect jokes. Well, I collect jokes and I collect joker cards. And I got a little journal too that is just for my jokers. And so she sent me a diamond dot painting and that she had done with the joker. And oh my, I looked at that and I said, there is no way I would have the patience to do something like that because it's just tiny little diamondy things that you can you put together, and I mean they're tiny. And I thought, no. I looked at that and I felt of it and everything. I said, no, never. Well, then I saw where a lady was having a an online sale, and she had some diamond dots that she was selling, and one of them looked just exactly like my grandson's little dog Shih Tzu, however you say that. And I have trouble always saying that word, that name. But anyway, and so I said, yeah, I want that, and I'm going to do it just for my grandson. And so that's what I'm working on now. And I got it about 3/4 of the way done. But when my friend Samantha come the other day, she was working on one too. So we were working together on our diamond dot paintings. And she's doing a cat. She's doing a cat that is like standing in front of. It's almost a silhouette of the cat with the moon behind it, and I love hers. It's just beautiful. So then, of course, now I'm hooked. Now I am so hooked. And she gave me one that she made for me that's got a butterfly on it. And she said she did that one for me because the name of it was Flutterby. And I always call them Flutterbys. A lot of people do. Instead of butterflies, we call them Flutterbys. And so she made that one for me. And now I'm hooked. So now I've ordered. I went to Temu. I love that Temu place. And I can get things from there that I can afford. And I just got 3 skirts from there. I wear dresses or skirts only because they're just easier for me. I can't I used to always just wear big old shirts and leggings, but now I can't get leggings on these legs anymore now with my edema is just getting crazy. So I wear skirts or dresses, and I like skirts that are flowy, and I call them boho looking. I like them. And so I ordered 3 skirts from there. $7 a piece, and they're beautiful. I mean, I love them. And so this is one of them here. I love the black and white, and it's just the elastic around the waist, but then it's got like the tiers, It's got like 3 tiers, and it's long. It goes almost all the way to the floor. It's almost like I'm Cinderella. And so, but now I ordered more. I ordered a pen that's got a light on it that I can use to put the dots on. I ordered three more diamond dot painting things because they were $3 and something. I said, wow, that I can afford that. And still get my hubster his donuts. And so I got them ordered. They haven't come yet. But when they do, I'll be happy. I'll be happy slappy. And so I like that when I can go and get things at a price I can afford. Now, and these don't have any brand names on them. They're just like no brand. No brand. There are no brands. I like that. Now I have taken. Now I just cut my. Now it's beginning to look like a tree, isn't it? It's looking like a tree now. See, I stitched the trunk on by just couching it, and then I'm not going to stitch the roots. They're going to stay like that. The roots are going to stay like I don't know. But now I'm going to be stitching the, I'm going to be stitching. See, doesn't that look good against that blue? I like this. What this is going to be, what I'm going to do, when I was watching Miss Annie Claxton, the arty farty crafter lady, arty farty Annie. God, I love that woman. I love her. She is so funny. But she was showing a oh, what do you call it? It's like a banner. It's like a, there's another word, but I can't think of it right now. And where she's got a whole lot of different things about this size hanging, bunting. She called it a bunting, and they're all different shapes and stuff. And I said I want to do that, and so this is going to be the first art piece for my bunting, and then and they won't all be done maybe on they may not all be done on burlap. They'll be done on different things too. So there'll be a an assortment of different things because I do an assortment of different things. I'm always changing my mind, or not changing my mind, but just adding something. This inspiration, I get inspired by something, and her bunting inspired me. And I have sliding glass doors right over there, and there's like a shelf right above the sliding glass doors. I had built that shelf by myself. I can't believe that. But anyway, I used to keep stuff up there, but now it's too hard to dust it. So 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 I'm going to have the bunting hanging from that shelf, and that this is going to be the first banner or whatever you call it from the bunting. Okay, see, so now what I'm going to do here is now I'm couching again, but I took a few of the twigs. What did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the twigs, and I'm got them together, and I am couching those 5, and I'll go that far with the 5. But now I'm going to split, and I'm going to continue to couch, but I'm only going to couch 2. Now, like I've said before, I'm loving this stuff, this raffia. It's more like a twine, and I'm grateful to the company that sent it to me. Easy. Where did I write that down? easycraftart.com. They're the ones that sent it to me, and so, and I like that. But now you all can use anything. You can do this kind of thing with strips of fabric, strips of scrap fabric you can use. There is just no end to what you can use to do something like this. But right now I am really liking this, the look and the feel of this of this raffia. Okay, now see, I went that far with just 2. Now I'm going to split that and just couch 1. Okay. And so, and couching is just stitching around something to hold it to the background. And so now I don't have to go all the way to the end of this one. Now I don't have to go all the way to the end. In fact, I won't. I'm going to let the end of that little twig just lay there. But then I'm going to go back up here to the other one, and I'm going to couch that one down about halfway. And this is a fun thing that you don't have to have. Again, you don't have to draw a picture first, although you can if you want to. But you can just let your just follow your heart, or just see what happens, and and get it going like that, and then you just see what happens. What I'm going to be doing on this here is ow, ooh, God, that hurt. Okay, that hurt. That hurt. Okay, just a minute now. I might be done for a minute here. Where did I put my rag? Now, needles are sharp, you guys. Keep in mind, needles are sharp, and be careful you don't poke yourself. But you can see how that hurt. It's right under my cuticle. Okay, it's not bleeding. Okay, so it did hurt, though. I have to admit. That did hurt. Not as bad as a broke leg, but okay. See, so I had taken them 5, and then I went to 2, and then I split them 2, and so now I still have. Ow! Dang it! Now I just stuck a needle. Oh, good grief! Not just stuck my needle into my other finger, into another finger. And I bleed like a stuck pig. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good here. My DNA is on most everything I've ever sewed. Okay, now. Yeah, it's okay. I'm good. So now I'm going to carefully stitch. Now I got 3 of those pieces together. Yeah, it's good. And I'll go just a little ways with those 3 together. And then I'm going to split and take one down again. But I'll continue doing this I'm getting kind of hung up back here somehow. Okay, I'm unhung. See, now I'm getting concerned I'm going to poke myself again, so I'm slowing down. And using this raffia, this really looks like a tree. It really looks like a tree when you use the raffia rope cord. So anyhow, now I'll leave that at the 2, and I'll go just this far, and then I'll quit, and these little ends are still dangling, so that's good. And cut that thread. Now, I won't do the whole tree now, but you see what I'm doing, how I'm getting them branches to go around, and I'm just kind of training them where they need to grow. And I got all these branches to go, and so I'll take just a few, and I took 5 on that one. I might not take that many, or I might take more on the next bunch. And then I'll stitch them part the way, and then I'll split, and they'll cross over. They'll cross over some of the branches that are already there, you see. And so I'm going to finish this up, and but not right now. I'm not going to finish it up right now, but I am going to finish it up. And then when I get ready to start putting the jewels on, because I'm going to be putting some jewels on here on the branches, because it's the tree of life. And then I'm also going to put some seashells and pearls right down here. And I think that's going to make a real pretty little piece for my bunting. And I might find a word and make a word and put a word. I love words, but you know, if you were to stick a word right in there, how that just kind of finishes something off. But any kind of a word. And what I like to do is take a piece of like muslin and then just sting up the word with ink, you know, and put that in there. And so, but that's what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you that I finished my rug. I'm so excited that I did that, and I working still some more on my one flag for my bunting. When I'm done with this, see the back really looks like a mess. So I'm gonna, when I'm finished with it, I'm going to get a piece of fabric that's this size and I'm gonna put it on the back, and then I'm gonna just hand stitch it all the way around, and so that will hold it together. It's not going to need to be framed in any way. It's just going to be like this. I love how that sky turned out. I think that sky is beautiful with that yarn. That yarn is just, that's something, boy, when you can come up with, in most of these yarns that I've got that are so many different types of yarn. I've got them. If you ever go to Pink Poodle, whatever you call her, Stacy, she does quite a few online auctions, and that's where I've gotten most of this yarn that I use, these odd yarns, these almost specialty yarns. And these are the ones that'll cost you an arm and a half a leg when you go buy it from the store, buying it new. But if you can buy it, and when she sells yarn, she'll sell like 10 or 15 skeins of yarn all in one big bundle and sell it for just a few dollars. And a lot of times it is just awesome stuff like this. And I love how that turned out. And I do a lot of weaving. I love to do weaving. And I have found that I love to weave on burlap. And so with the burlap, I use a dull needle, no point, a blunt needle, like a tapestry needle, and you can do so much, and nothing perfect, just like nothing perfect. Like here, when I put the brown in, I just put it. It's not in any straight lines. It's here and there and everywhere. Same with the blue. When I got to the green, though, I did the green to where it's mostly up and down stitches, just up and down, so it looks like grass growing. And then I used some yarn to make some flowers, which all those are is just a little French knot, just with yarn, and so then you get a nice little flower. So I'm going to work on this, and maybe by tomorrow, maybe I'll be ready to start putting the gems on there. And boy, what if I had a little sunshine thing I could put up here too? That'd be pretty, because this almost looks like a night star, so a night sky, so maybe a moon, you know. But anyhow, that's what I'm going to leave that at that. And I'm going to thank you all for your inspiration. I'm going to pick out a card to read because I just want to. And it's going to be this one. And we're going to see what our ancestors, our spirits, have to say to us today. What do they want to say to us today? They say, "Dear you," first of all. They say, "Elizabeth, where's your glasses?" Oh, here they are. All right, good. Now that helps. Now, dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance, take a step back, and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you have come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into a role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You'll be glad you did. Love you. Boy, that is this many times in my 73 short years of life has this been advice that I have needed. And even still now, many times, just step back and observe. And and it's amazing. And you know, and even in art, when they're teaching, when you're in art, I went to a painting class one time, and everybody was saying, "Oh, mine just doesn't look good. It's not looking like yours." And the teacher said at that class, she said, "Now just leave your painting on the easel and then step back, even just 6 feet from it, and just look at it." And it was amazing how everybody did that, and your painting just looked so much better. I mean, if you get too close and you look at that, then you think, "Oh, good grief, that's terrible." But it's not terrible. When this is hanging from my sliding glass doors, when I get finished with this, it's going to be beautifuler than it is right now. And so, anyhow, yes, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for staying. And thank you all in advance for coming again to the next video. And God bless you all. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And what was that? I watch these things. What do I watch? I watch podcasts, and I always take notes. But there was this one that I watched today, and let me see. What was it? I wrote it down, and where did I write this? Oh, I want to be excellent when no one is looking. I wrote that down when she said that, and I thought, yeah, I want to be excellent when no one is looking. And I thought, what an awesome quote that is. Because you don't want to do things excellent just for people to see you. You want to do things that are good and wonderful when no one is looking. And I love that quote. I love that quote. When she said that, I had to write that down because that's what I do, right? Just write notes whenever I'm listening to a podcast or something, especially if it's like a self-help kind of thing. Okay, I'm going now. I promise I'm leaving. God bless and keep you all, keep you safe and sane, and keep you serene, and keep you happy, healthy, and humble. And like I said, I'll see you on the next video. God bless. God bless. And where's my, oh, there it is. Okay.